can you give me the? I'm sorry. You know what? Let's get this really going. Um, we gonna broadcast live?
Do you want to?
Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
Hello. What is? I have to find. I have to ask the dude that do my downloads on my USB. All right. Hey.
Might need you to
Switch sides.
switch sides over there.
Where you be getting all them basketball shorts from?
You know, Don C. I raised him too. You know, I raised all of them. Don C. I raised. They got all that shit from me. I'm the one that bought basketball shorts, and you could ask that too.
Yeah, but I heard Cam talking about. They were like, yeah, Dame. He was on an interview, and they're like, Dame on a big part of your life. He's like, yeah. He's like when the first time he met Dame, like 11, 12, and he was like, oh, how you know? Like, they were with this crew like the something boys.
Best out.
The best out. They say y'all used to throw parties and always had the girls and shit. Say like so when you start fucking with Jay, he say Dane used to put us in cabs and you know what I'm saying, follow behind us. We used to go out to the crib and everything. He said, but now that I think about it, that nigga didn't give a shit about us. He like pause. He like, nah, that's my man. That's my man.
You saying that because I said it wasn't him, it was Dookie.
Oh man, I say,
He
yeah,
don't.
he acts more and more like you every goddamn day.
All right. Y'all ready?
Hmm.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna go in live.
This is relate to great.
Three, two, one. Hold on. Now.
Welcome to American New Network, the greatest network out. Download, subscribe, tell everybody about it. Number one trending at all times. This is Relate to Great. I'm Greg G, your host. Today I got a special guest. Well, you already know this special guest. He stay in the building. He is the building. Mr. Hustler of the Century for the last 10 decades. Uh, don't call me a boss. Don't call me a mogul. Call me a tycoon. I sell oil. His name speaks for itself. Mr. Dame Dash in the building. You know what I'm saying? Dame, it's been a lot, it's been a lot trending online lately, you know what I'm saying? And I just really want to get your perspective and your outlook and your view on it. So I called today Mason Cameron, and they were saying about, I don't know, I want you to really clarify, but it's about Rockefeller shares, a part of Rockefeller. And I want to be the first one to ask you, what's really going on with everything that's been going on in the news, in the media, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the split of Rockefeller, like you selling your shares. I mean, like really break it down to us. Give us the truth because you always give us the truth. You never hold back, and what you say in your word is bond. So give us the inside. Let us know about it. What's really going on? Do Mason Cameron got it? Or I mean, who got it?
Well, what I could say is this. In this very moment, they could have it. They might have it. If pause. If you remember about 2 years ago or however long it was, 2021 or whatever, I was trying to sell my shares at public auction.
I remember that.
And, Jay and Biggs sued me – or had Rockefeller Inc. sue me, and say that I was trying to sell all of the shares, just so that people knew that if I tried to sell my one share, that they would hit you with a lawsuit. And then what they did was, and people were, because I've said it, but I guess like CEO talk and boss talk is somewhat of a different language. So when I say, yo, they illegally tried to change bylaws, and I'm saying it publicly, no one's listening. They don't really get it. No one knows what the average person doesn't know what a bylaw is. But it's basically the rules that govern the company. And, I'm the CEO of Rockefeller. Everyone's always known that. But what Jay did was pretend to be the CEO of Rockefeller, hire his lawyers on Rockefeller Inc.'s behalf, and sued me. So basically, Jay's lawyers and Biggs's lawyers, but they're Jay's lawyers, were being paid by me, and the money that was generated from Rockefeller Inc.
Whoa. So, is your block? You got two other cases.
We all have our positions on the block. Jay was the rapper.
But
I was the CEO.
But you're a crew. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, like we gonna really keep it real. Like you're a crew. We gonna keep it gutter. We gonna keep it, as everybody say. We gonna stand on business. Like they hired your own team.
Well, they used the money because Rockefeller Inc. owns Reasonable Doubt. So he claimed to be the CEO and sued me on behalf of Rockefeller Inc., but used his lawyers, this dude Shapiro, right? That's a J lawyer. But Rockefeller Inc. was the one paying the legal fees. So in essence, Jay's using my money to pay his lawyers to sue me about something I did not do. So now,
how can a motherfucker try to use the same money I'm bringing in? It's like they're trying to say you're using your own money to sue you.
That's like CEO war. It's a different game. So that's why people understand it. So now, it kind of made it tainted. It made it to where anyone knew, because we did the case and it got thrown out, as we saw. But it made it look like every time I try to sell it, they were going to have a lawsuit. And what they did was they had this meeting. Jay didn't show up. The lawyer shows up. Big shows up, doesn't say a word to me. And he proceeds as the CEO, talking about we changing bylaws to where you can't sell your interest unless we all agree. Biggs agrees. And I'm like, yo, first off, you're not the CEO. You're not calling this meeting. And I'm not on the record. This is bullshit. But then they implemented new bylaws that would make it where I couldn't sell it. So at that point, I'm like, so now I got to go through a lawsuit against Jay and Biggs, but I'm going to have to fund my own lawsuit. But they're going to be using their lawyers, but using my money to pay their lawyers.
Yeah, that's the wild shit right
So
there.
I'm like, and honestly, I don't have that much money for legal fees. I'm funding America New with my pocket, not a fund. So I'm not going to say I threw a case, but I didn't mind losing a case. It didn't look like I was trying to win. So I know y'all remember the depositions, and I'm flipping, and I'm going to the courtroom with my dog. And so I lost that case so I would have a judgment, but I didn't think the judge they were going to hit me that hard. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that this dude, Chris Brown, who I had, the lawyer, who I went through 4 trials with this dude, in 1 year. I knew that, the type of rodent that he is, that he would do anything he could to chase that judgment. So I publicized the case so much about Reasonable Doubt that, I go get it. If I owe you money, go get it from them. So he basically did all the work. So he went to court and was like, yo, take your shit to auction. And, they were like, and as you notice, you read it in the paper, Jay and Biggs tried to stop that because they didn't want it to go to public auction, because that's what I was trying to do, have it go to public auction. They went back and forth about 16 times. And, of course, Rockefeller Inc., Reasonable Doubt's money is paying for that. And finally, the judge was like, yo, he could sell his interest. those bylaws that you put in 2021 are not applicable. You can't tell that man he can't sell his private property, whether it's to pay a bill or whatever. So now I get to take it to auction like I originally wanted to. And it's like I have an order of protection against Jay and Biggs from trying to put a lawsuit on it. And now I could sell it. Now I have to pay this cat whatever the judgment is. It's under $1 million, but who's trying to sell it for $1 million? So now, you know, it's a good opportunity. And I like Harlem having, keeping it Harlem, you know, and maybe not. I mean, you know, allegedly.
Yeah, what it said allegedly.
Allegedly, but like, you know, but the point is that Jay and them can't stop it, period. Jay and Biggs can't stop it. And that was the whole purpose of making sure that it could go to auction publicly, and that, because I don't really want to be a part of it so much anymore. I just want to sell it and fund my other businesses with it.
Get on with it. So,
but what I don't understand is why they fought so hard and still fighting for me not to sell it. Like, what's the big deal?
That's the question I wanted to ask. Like, okay, you suing me.
Your friends that used to hustle.
Yeah.
and
That's
it's
what
a lie. It's a lie.
Yeah, you're suing me.
Yeah.
You're using my money to sue me. You're basically showing me that you don't want to have anything to do with me. We don't want to be.
No, you just don't want me to get no money.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But if they don't want to do anything, you're not doing any more projects, you're not coming up with any more things, why not just go ahead and sell it and say, let's be done with it? Like, what do you think that they're holding on to?
I don't know. Well, if you notice, Reasonable Doubt's not heavily promoted. There's no real merch other than like when Biggs came home and did a Reasonable Doubt thing, didn't call me about it. I didn't get $1 from it. But, you know, he doesn't promote it. I think, you know, I don't know. It's hard to make money from that asset if he's not marketing it. And also, if you notice, if you go to Reasonable Doubt right now, under the copyright, it will say S. Carter, but it should say Rockefeller Inc. So I don't know. They're going so hard for me not to sell it that I'm thinking, like, did they get a loan against it and not tell me, or did he sell it or not? I don't know. Did he leverage it? But I just wish that if there was a play like that, they'd just call me. But they're doing anything they can so that it can't be sold. But now the judge is like, yo, dead that. So he can't stop it from being sold. So yeah, if I sell anything over the judgment, I keep.
So
it's like a real auction.
Yeah, it's a real auction. That's arguably, you know, hands down one of the best albums that the hip-hop history has ever heard or ever seen. So do you think it has any, you know, sentimental value to whether, like, yo, nah, we not selling it, or
whatever, man?
But I mean, that is an album that you guys all put the money up. And so that's what got me so bewildered, because you put your money in, he put his money in. Like, I should be able to do whatever I want. Like, why would you hold me against doing what I want if I put my money up? And I look at it and I see it's a lot of times why
they've been fucking my money up for years, bro. Like, every time I'm about to make a sale, he does something. He did it with Rockware. We're about to sell it. And then he makes an announcement that he's not going to be a part of Rockware, that he's doing S. Carter, so it fucked the sale up. But I would have made $40 million off that. Tommy Hilfiger was about to buy it. You know what I mean? Remember we had Armadale way before Ciroc. But we have a vodka, but then he goes and does the ad with Belvedere. And I'm like, well, how would you do an ad with Belvedere? We have our own.
See, and that's what, okay, see how I look at it, you know what I'm saying? If those that are still on the concrete in the streets, then if you understand the lingo, then let me break it down to you. So basically, we all hustled together, you got money together, but y'all don't want to see me get no money, but you're not fucking with me. And I mean, like, in the streets, we call that hate. I'm gonna keep it $1 with you.
If you ask somebody, I'm the one hating. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna just keep it $1 with you, because over the years they have always tried to portray you as the villain when it comes to the business of Rockefeller or any type of business. You know what I'm saying? But from what I see and from what I've seen, you think 10 years ahead of everybody else.
Yeah.
You're not, and you've always preached of putting my own dough up. I'm gonna put my own money up, and it's a better feeling. And you have been doing that. So I just don't understand if you're doing everything yourself, why do cats want to hate and not see you make no money if you're not hurting them and I'm not in your fucking lane?
More than likely so they could get the credit for the things that I do. You understand what I mean? So, you know, I set certain businesses up and people want to run off with them. It always happens like that. You know, I think it's a dude trait, but neither here nor there. I'm just celebrating the fact that I can freely sell it, and that I have the option to sell it to Cam and and Mace, and I'm not saying that I haven't. I'm saying I like the way I like to pass the torch, you know, and I like what they've done. They didn't fold. Cam and Mace, they from Harlem. We all came up together, and it would be fun to see them running Roc-A-Fella Inc.
Yeah.
And you know, you remember there was always that vice president thing.
Yeah, that vice president thing.
I'm Cam. Now you could be the CEO.
For real.
And it ain't shit they could say about it.
Not a damn
Not
thing.
zero. We have an order of protection, a police escort that I can sell that shit for whatever I want. They can't stop me as long as this dickhead is paid, Chris. You know what I'm saying? The judgment, and the rest is me. So, you know, but again, even if like somebody else wants it, you know, I'm gonna lean toward my niggas. But again, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
What did he do? But you know, it's just fun to see us years later in this sort of position of power, that I could just be like, yo, y'all want that? And they could just go get it, pause. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I think that's something that everybody in the world wants.
You know, and I like that when like right now I'm in my own studio. You remember, we FaceTime he and his, they in their studio.
Some funny interactions.
We always gonna be Harlemish about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think they add value to it. I'm not gonna say they don't. You know what I mean?
No, I think they're real genuine with it just by the relationship and the respect that you guys have for each other. That's why. And
well,
the way I look at that project, I say that would be the Mona Lisa picture of rap. Reasonable Doubt.
And I could bring the whole Harlem in to take control. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not let Harlem do what Harlem got to do?
Hey, man.
Know? But
it's a Harlem season.
And for me, it's like, honestly, I want to move on with my life. You know, I got American New. We have our own network, Blue Rock Music Group. You know, you've been here. You've seen all this music. I'm doing a television network, but we just made about 16 dope different albums with different artists, all live instrumentation from all over the country.
And they're the next up.
They're next up. So it's almost like, for me, it's like we putting out a single this week, Punch You in Your Face, with Nicolette and my man Wes Barnett and his daughter.
Shout out to Wes, man. Shout out to Wes, man.
You know, and it's funny, right? I get to go to a public auction. That doesn't even, you know, that's what it is. But and nobody will get that except unless you know what I'm saying. And we're putting out, you know, a single and albums, you know, every month, every week. So from then we got Redemption, then we got the Trip Summit, we got Micah DaVinci, then we got Christian Vay, we got Booster, you know what I mean? We got Cash, Star Chizzy. We got all the way from she just left. She made a banger.
Yeah,
Kitty Red just made that birthday record. That's gonna be out of pocket.
Y'all had to be able to understand this joke right here. Ow!
It definitely is one of them records. But so I'm excited about the future, and also the fact that something that I did 30 years ago,
still relevant to this day.
And not only relevant, I personally made sure that we still owned it. I personally made sure as the CEO that I carved out the Reasonable Doubt piece when we sold Roc-A-Fella LLC and put it under Roc-A-Fella Inc. It was all very strategic. It was all very strategic to say, yo, I'm not going to court with my homeboys, but I'll let this little rat go ahead and go chase that money and do all the work for me. Because he definitely did about $1 million worth of work to get to a point where the judge was like, yo, these bylaws are bullshit, and that man should be able to sell it at a public auction, court ordered. No one could stop it. But, you know, it's funny how people aren't that bright or, you know, I don't expect people to be so smart, but when people are calling me like, oh, that's messed up, I'm like, wasn't I trying to do a public auction in the first place? You think I was only trying to make 800 grand? I'm trying to make 8 million, 10 million, 20 million. Jay himself said it's worth 10 million. So that would mean,
I think it's more.
Yeah, so that would mean he gets his 8, I get to keep 9. But it's going to be auctioned if let's say, you know, it didn't go, if the sale didn't happen, you know, I could auction it, advertise it, goes to the highest bidder. If you want to be Jay's boss, if you want to be the CEO of Roc-A-Fella Inc., if you want to call the board meetings and they got to come through and make decisions, you know, it could go to the highest bidder. And you saw what they said. They like, yo, we'll probably sell it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, because it's a pinnacle of.
So I'm not saying I did. I'm not saying I did it allegedly, but stay tuned. You know, and at the end of the day, of course, it's gonna be fun. You know, it's too funny.
What makes it the fun?
Because it's Cam and Mace, and you know, again, not to be on no bitch shit or nothing, but it's like, yo, they just keep hating. So if they don't want me to go and get my money, then yo, y'all could deal with Cam and Mace. Fuck it. Or whoever else buys it. But I think it would be more fun with the cats I grew up with.
Yeah, they're going to give them a harder time, I believe.
No, you trust me. They're making, you know, we've been talking, so they have great marketing. But I like their direction that they're talking about going with that asset. They're really talking about taking control, you know, making sure it gets monetized. Because they can't, you have what's called a fiduciary obligation to do what's in the best interest of that asset, of the product. You can't like personally say, because I'm mad at you, we can't make no money off it. That's illegal. So they can't stop Cam and Mace from monetizing it unless they got a real good reason. But right now, you know, if it needs to make more money and they come with an opportunity and they can't say no. You can't block it for personal reasons. You got to make money. And I like what Cam and them are doing. I like the business mind and I like where they're going. Mace has really evolved. You know, it's like having this kind of conversation 30 years later, and they got their own show. I'm on my own network. You know what I mean? And us all being in a position of power.
Bullshit.
And never, like, I can't really tease them about playing themselves to get where they had to go. Where a lot of niggas I could, most. So when I get in front of I ain't gonna say no names right now because I'm not on that. But I could tease like, you got there, but you had to do this. You had to sell that one out. They didn't do that. None of us did.
I did it your own way.
We Harlem niggas. We stood strong. 30 years later. Like, you ain't a real Harlem nigga unless you actually were tested. Like, let me see if you gonna fold. If you fold, you not a Harlem nigga. Just because you from Harlem, you folded. You don't get that stat. But you gotta be tested to see if you're gonna fold or not. And I think all of us individually have been ultimately tested. And we don't fold, pause. And we get to laugh, we still get to work with each other, and that's the example that we lead. Pause, no matter what, Harlem sticks together even through diversity. So even if we don't see each other for 5-6 years, when we get back together,
it's like we see each other
brothers.
Yesterday, yeah.
And we're not supposed to be seeing each other, be up under each other all day. We all got other shit to do.
Them days are gone, man.
Yeah, we did what we had to do, and now it's time to go see the rest of the world. So, you know, again, I'm looking forward. Punch You in the Face is coming out. And there's also interesting things other than this that are happening. You know, CEO sneakers, the glasses, you know, everything is new. So for me, it's like, yo, I don't want this luggage. That shit's in my rear view. If my younger brothers want to fuck with it, I'm not mad at it as long as they're going to do right by it.
So, also was in the news, I seen somewhere, and you can, let us know.
Another lawsuit?
No, I wouldn't say.
No, it was the guy, Chris Brown, because that's another thing, right? The guy Chris Brown, the two lawsuits I fucked them off. Pause. Like I didn't care. But the other ones, he had a woman say that I tried to touched her, sexually assault her, and it was all in the newspaper. And then also say a bunch of pictures that she left there that had nothing to do with me were worth $100 million or some dumb shit. But they were just like pictures of pictures. They were prints, and they were fucked. They had nothing to do. So we went through a whole trial, and she lost. She lost the whole sexual abuse, whatever that was, but no one talked about it in the newspaper. So when I was accused of it, I'm talking about the New York Times, it's everywhere. But when I beat it, when not even, I mean, it was like a ridiculous allegation. No one says anything. But this dude, because they, you know how like Donald Trump, he had already lost the case. They were just trying to see how much was the damages. Mm-hmm. They already said I lost the case because of some technicality, but they valued everything zero. So that she didn't win nothing. So he tried to like retry it. So he tried to take me to trial again. So this, if they
like double jeopardy.
He's just trying to say because of a certain like law or something that the jury was supposed to award them some money, but they awarded her zero because they knew she was lying or allegedly lying. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to catch another case. So all these things I lose, they're all defamation. So what happens is, like, people will try to rob me and they know I'm going to say something publicly, and then if I say something publicly, they go and run off for defamation. So that's what all these people have done, is tried to pretend that they've directed movies I directed and then show them. And then when I get on, like basically for the girl, the defamation was because I said she robbed me. So they were like, she didn't rob you, she tried to rob you. So that was intentional. So that I think I got like 40 grand I had to pay for that. But for these other dumbasses, Chris Brown and Josh Weber and Muddy Waters, it was because I said things on, it said I said that they tried to rob some kids. You know what I'm saying? And
I think I remember that.
Yeah, and what had happened, and I'm not gonna get into all of that. But the bottom line, it's defamation. That where it's not that where they be catching me, but you gotta think it's 4 cases combined, 800 grand. Motherfuckers lose one case to be 30 million. Like, that's like a joke.
Yeah.
800 grand is not a lot, you know, to someone. It's only a lot if you don't have it.
Exactly.
So for 800 for 4 cases, full trials, and you know you lost some of them. That's my point. For that, he became my worker. Chris Brown, the lawyer, works for me now. He's my lawyer now, meaning he went and made the judge see that I could now that I should be able to sell my shares. He proved that point for me because he's low.
Something that you have been trying to do.
Right. It's like if somebody owe me, let's say I owe somebody some money, and somebody owe me some money, and I owe that person $1 million, but that person owes me 10. I'll be like, yo, he owed me 10. Go get it from them. He got it. He got my money. Won't pay me. Once I get my money, I'll pay you, and then I get my money. So go get it. So that's basically what he did.
Yeah, okay.
You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
some would
yeah.
say I was a genius if they understand it.
That is genius shit.
But, you know, but some might not understand. Because you got to remember, I was starting to feel like a real bitch-ass nigga suing Jay and Biggs. Going to court with guys I used to be in the street with. Even though they're doing that to me, it doesn't feel good to do it, pause, to them.
Because you keep it real.
It brings me back down to that level. I just was feeling funny. So I said, yeah, let that punk, let him do it. Let that guy do it.
Let me ask you a personal question, man. And I think everyone has seen it over the years. I just want to be able to empathize with it. How does it feel to know that, I just want you to explain the feeling of you're always fighting for what's right. You always got to fight against the fake and the bullshit. What keeps you going to keep fighting and keep being the dude that you like? Because I've seen certain people that fight for real shit.
I keep
and
winning.
then they be like, I ain't got enough energy.
I keep winning. Okay, listen. You see me, right?
Yeah.
When somebody challenges me and they lose, I make them pay and I enjoy it. Pause. I'm gonna tease them all day, right?
Definitely in ping pong.
And it's immediate. As soon as somebody wants that action or that smoke, I'll be like, let's go now, right? You ask me, but because you invited me to the fight, I'm gonna enjoy it because I think I'm a superhero. So I know that number one, when you're being truthful, you have to fight people that are lying. That's part of the game. So I'm with that. Number two, do I look like I'm losing?
Nah.
At any moment, just because in your interaction. And I'd be like, yo, this is my broke. Does my broke look so bad?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually,
It comes
it
with
doesn't.
buildings and nice cars and
Yeah,
everybody.
nice cars, nice
family,
building.
you know, so it's all relative to me. It's just like I think that life is a test, and all day you're going to be tested to see if you're going to do the wrong thing for the wrong reasons. And if money is going to dictate your actions, and they don't for me. My honor and the way I judge my wealth is my time with my kids. So if you notice, I built half the day, during the day, it's children's world in here. Baby Dusko's in here.
That definitely is.
There's books in here. And when you go to sleep, that's when I do what makes me happy. But at the end of the day, having a family, working with people I love, actually not having to lie, being able to have the freedom to tell the truth, that's what comes with the fight. Now, if I had nothing to fight for, then yeah, maybe I wouldn't have the energy for it. But if I didn't fight, I'd have to have the energy for getting my ass whipped. Because to me, everyone that's just letting people take advantage of them, moving around with no dreams, you're getting your ass whipped every day. When you have to do something you don't want to do, whether it's for $1 or not, you just got your ass whipped. Yeah. And if you're doing it all day, every day, to where you got to look forward to a Friday, and the only time you can see your family is on a holiday, you're getting your ass whipped. I'm not getting my ass whipped. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let life beat me down. I'm going to beat life down. My last name is Dash. Life is the Dash, so I'm going to live it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I completely understand.
And you see it. Every day I laugh. Every day what do you do? Smoke weed all day, drink at night, rock out, still pick my kid up from school, still take him. What's better than this?
You live in a dream that I think every real nigga or every real male in America is trying to get to, because you got to have you know what I'm saying, a meaning behind your reasoning, or a reason behind you mean however it goes. And I sit back and I watch you do this every day, and it's like, I don't know, it seems like when a fight does come to you, it's like it hypes you up. You're ready for it all the time. You laugh at the shit most of the time, like, yo, like, really?
Yeah.
And you're willing to, you know what, I done did this, but I'm gonna show you why I'm me. And most of the, like, one of the things that makes me highly respect you, it's not your accolades, is, you know, of course your accolades and things you've done, but my highest respect from you comes because you scream all the time, Dad first. And that's what we need. Like, you can't be a real man if you're not putting your family first. Like you just said, getting tugged around all aboard and you getting yourself played, but you never, like, just how do you stay grounded to be like that?
I just do what I love. I'm having fun. If it wasn't fun, then I wouldn't do it. But I'm having fun. I like challenges. I literally think the people that are challenged, you see, they got to cheat. They got to change bylaws. They got to lie on me. Like, I just think it's funny that it's me versus everybody, and they still can't win. Ain't nobody fighting with me. You don't. When I'm standing up, it's been me backing these niggas down on my own for 20 years. They've been fucking with me. It's 2023. Since 2025, since 2005, I've had to back down a clique of dudes. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't just Jay. And then he done gets people. I don't know what happened to Biggs. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened. So Jay, it's Biggs, it's Steve Stout, it's Leor, it's Vlad. It's all of them combined. It's like they have little meetings, like, well, how we gonna stop Dame? But the thing about it is, love protects me. And if you notice, every time someone tries to say something bad about me, to me, something good happens. Because when you're fighting for love, that's how it goes. The thing about it is, to me, I don't care how you think of me, as long as you thinking of me. It don't matter if you visualize me broke or visualize me rich. You still visualizing me. I'm still in your brain.
Definitely are.
20 years later, my visual is still in a lot of people's paws' heads, regardless of what it's for. Like, I wasn't expecting really to be, I haven't had a hit record. I've done solid shit, but I haven't hit pop culture since 2005, really. and I'm still here. I make cool shit. I've been doing cool stuff, but I haven't. What have I sold a lot of? I haven't. What platinum or hit record or hit movie or I've done cool shit. I paid for it, but that should be barely covering its cost. Every dollar always goes into my creativity, but I haven't compromised at all.
Who you are to make it happen.
Yeah. So, but my point is, it's literally I'm 52 years old. Why am I still at the topic of conversation?
Are you? What would be your reasoning to why they're scared? And you've been saying this for years. Ask them why they won't sit down and have a conversation of it.
Because they can't. They would have to say, "Yo, I was scared of you. I lied on you. I robbed you." They don't want it. Like for me, if on a mental level you can't beat me, and one-on-one on a physical level, you definitely can't beat me. You don't want to get in that room with me. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's a mental and physical exposure there. Like you could get mad and get cute, and you don't want to do that. You're not going to be able to con me verbally. You're just going to have to deal with what you did or what make it make sense. That's why I'm like, yo, y'all took me to court. Y'all didn't even call me before you took me to court. Just tell me why.
We could have had a combo.
What's that combo going to look? Oh, I just wanted to stop you from making money. Like, what could be like I said, I hope they didn't get a loan against it. That's the type of shit that Trump just got in trouble for inflating the value and getting loans against things and inflating the value. You get a big fine for that. But I don't know why they did that. But I really was like, yo, y'all really taking me to court? So I would love to know, Steve Stout, why you did what you did. Leor, why you did what you did. Jay, why you did what you did. Irv, why you say what you say and do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
And I would think
and so many others. I would love to have a manly conversation.
I would think after so many years that conversation should be, up on the table, up for grabs.
I just think it's because I didn't deserve it. All I did was help everybody. Like I said, if you see me yelling at people and they said, "Damn, Al," you've only seen me yelling at administrators, people trying to hurt my culture. That's all you saw highlight flicks of me, is getting at Kev Lyles or yelling at Julie Greenwald or yelling at someone that's actually trying to take out. You don't see me yelling at Jay or Kanye or beefing with nobody. I might tease Clue here and there, but you never saw me like really going ham on no artists. No, I was going ham on people that were trying to take advantage of artists.
And now that I think about it, I've really never ever seen you really argue with no. You're right.
You've been around me. Look how I treat artists. I protect them. I make sure they eat well.
We have a great time.
Right? That's what I don't do.
Have a great
but you
time.
know what'll happen? Somebody will come around my back, offer them $5 million, and tell them to hate me, and that's what they'll do. It happens every time. But again, it's human nature. But I'm the one that keeps artists healthy, wants them to be rich, fight for them. Ask Noriega. Ask any one of those. Ask Joe Buttons.
That's the point that I'm getting.
Ask them if they passed the plug at all. Pause. They my boys or whatever. I see them as what's up. But,
I seen you ask that, say, I'll post everybody else shit. Why nobody won't post my shit? That's what I'm saying. To keep getting did and treated like that, and all you're doing is being real. You know what I'm saying?
That's the test if I'll continue to do it. Will I continue to be real just because people are unreal? That's the test. I'm never going to be. That's why I was saying I can't take my brothers to court. I'd rather a rat do it. I'm going to stay real. I can't do that. Even if y'all do it. It's like if somebody snitch on me, don't mean I'm snitching on them back.
Say that again, because I think that's what America and a lot of this young generation has really mixed up. They figure because someone snitched on you that you got to do the same thing. Like it's
like tit for tat.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be a scumbag because you're a scumbag. Scumbag? Nah. Just because you let somebody smack you don't mean I'm going to let somebody smack me. So just because you did some bullshit don't mean I'm going to do some bullshit. I just got to figure it out. That be the test. That's just God challenging me. So literally, like, ask Nicolette, when I lost that first trial for that money, I didn't even go to the, I knew, I just was like laughing about it. We rented the Gucci mansion. My daughters came with me. I'm looking at them because they going back because they was like, the dude that sued Josh, he gained a lot of weight. No disrespect, I don't want to get sued for it, but he gained about 250 pounds. So I'm like, yo, bro, every day I'm teasing him because he gained so much weight. But, you know, I'm just laughing at these guys. But when I was like, everything happens for a reason. So 2 years later, he works for me. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to sell my interest unless I went to court with this guy for another 2 years. He made it a whole shortcut for me. So you got to turn your enemy, always make your enemy work for you. And even if they're fueled by hate, they'll still work for you. They don't have to know what they're doing. So thank you, Chris Brown. I appreciate you. You did a lot of that dirty work for me. Pause. I didn't have to pay a lawyer. Like literally, I was calling people I was close to me because he was taking so long that I was getting frustrated. Like, yo, I'm about to do it. I'm about to set it on him. Fuck it. Like I was going to start suing him because I was getting mad. And then I started to see what he was doing. I called my homie, forget it. You know what I'm saying? He's doing all the work. It's working out. He's going to get there. And my lawyer would be like, he didn't get it this time, but eventually he's going to get it. Pause. And I'd be like, well, let him keep working. Like I was rooting for him to get for the judge to say, now y'all, you know, like look at, if you read the order, you'll see it.
Yeah, I read.
It says the bylaws is bullshit. Y'all had a meeting, Dame said no, and you can't tell that man he can't sell his personal property.
There wasn't one of the lawyers trying to argue.
They said that they were like, because they didn't want nobody in our personal business. The judge was like, get that shit out of here. So I was like, you could ask Abe, I was running around celebrating. Remember, I was like, yeah. Finally. And everybody hit me like, yo, you all right? You remember, nobody like, what?
You running. I was like, and I read it, and I was like, oh, I said, what that mean? You like, that's what that mean right there. I was like, oh.
I can sell it now.
And shit.
It means Cam and Mace can have it, and Jay-Z can't do shit about it. Biggs can't do shit about it. No one can stop this sale. No one. So now everybody like, yo, David, yeah, all right. This is sort of like that thing to me that when you remember when Snoop was like, I keep referencing it because it works so well. I quit smoking and everybody quit smoking. Then it's like, nah, just kidding. Yeah, everybody think like, oh, Dame fucked up. He got to sell his shit for 800. Nah, dog.
Now this shit hit you in the face. And they sitting there like,
hey, no, dog. I wanted that to happen. So you know.
Ultimate plan.
Yeah.
Man. Ultimate. That's why I said you've been the ultimate hustler for the last 3 decades.
It's like CEO trolling. They troll. You know, like when people copy me, I'd be like, they trolling me. They know I know they copying me.
Yeah, we done pointed out some shit, like, you know what I'm saying? We done seen some shit, you're like, man, yo, why is he copying me? But yet, you still don't scream on it. Much as a person screams on you and has so much to say about Dame Dash and brings your name up, you still don't stoop to that level to do the same shit.
If you say something about me, or if it gets brought up in press, then, you know, I'm not going to just let public perception be what they say it is. I'll tell you the truth. So that's when I'll address it. But if you ain't, you know, I don't really, you know, bro, where we are, we're low. Mm-hmm. You're here because you want to chill. I'm here because I want to chill. This is where people go that understand what a wealthy life is, right?
Yeah.
And I think that no matter what happens, in this moment, this is great. You know what I mean? I've done what I had to do, but there's so more to do, and so much fun to have, and so much good money to make, not bad money.
It seems as you grow, you're having more and more and more fun.
Like,
like you said that shit to me, it's like, yo, I'm this age and
I'm 52.
I'm 52, and this shit is fun. It's getting even more fun.
Is it not?
This shit is fun. I can't even cap.
This shit is like an adult after-school program. Like, you know, this is like summer camp for adults that are creative. That's my life. Just making music, making movies, doing art, you know, relaxing, smoking weed, like all the shit, and also helping education.
Rockstar shit.
Like, yeah, rockstar shit. Live instruments, being experimental, pause. Like, I've already proved that I could do it. I ain't got nothing to prove. Now I just want to make more history.
Now you just living.
Yeah, but I'm going for a bigger dance.
Yeah,
television network.
But you're like, you're really living. Like Ace said, yo, I look at my man and say, yo, he's really fucking living. And so that's what I'm saying to you now, like, right, you really living.
Having fun.
Having real fun.
And trying to show people how to have fun. I'm not trying to hide it.
Damn.
I'm like, yo, y'all think, you know, I talk to people that I respect every day. I be like, yo, just leave the block for a year. Just go live someplace else and see how it feels not to have to look at that river or smell a certain smell. See how people live other places. every place I go, people have different slang, different pause, diction in the way they talk. They even eat different special things. And I'm talking about from damn near state to state, city to city. And every city that I go to, from like, Detroit to Indianapolis to Gary, there's a whole family there of people that are creative and freedom thinking that I would have never met unless I went there. There's a whole world we don't see. Why? I'm not gonna just stay someplace because I was born there. Once I got legs, I could walk. Once I have consciousness, I could fly.
Because I said the same thing. Like, sometimes your brain can be bigger than where you're from.
It always is.
See what I'm saying? Yeah.
Shit. That's what I mean. I'm not gonna just accept that. I don't know if it's better to live someplace if I don't go there. So I haven't lived really in New York in like 10 years. L.A., North Carolina, Florida, Wyoming, China.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Thailand. Like, I go places and that's what I want. I just wanted to lay eyes on shit. I want to see just the way people act other places.
So,
but either way, wherever I go, I've been the coolest.
So, with this alleged deal, it's a Harlem thing.
It's a Harlem thing.
It's a Harlem
Allegedly.
thing. Allegedly. Yeah. Allegedly. I like that word. I like that word. But before we get out of here, I was just teasing you about, man, how you keep no homo shit, Paul? You stay with the best flavor basketball shirt, and if you were hustlers from the early 90s, you knew the reason why we wore basketball shorts. You know what I'm saying? Like
that was a style that I was very intentional about, making basketball shorts. If you look at like Death of a Dynasty or back then, I had bought all the NBA basketball shorts, and then I started buying NBA socks. I was buying them for my kids because I thought they were fly. If you look at that picture of me and Aaliyah at the baseball game, I got the high socks on. Nobody else got on basketball shorts. I was the only one there with that. I was doing that. And my purpose of doing that was because I wanted to sell basketball shorts. I had Team Roc, so so what I did was I did a tournament to make it legit. I had pro kids for the sneakers, and I made my version. But at any rate, Don C, down with Kanye, he makes a lot of this, and I kind of he came up under Paul's Me Too. I kind of raised him too, as far as he was around every day, and a lot of that swag I know came from the things that with my influence. You know what I mean? This is like my style. Shit. So,
but I'm saying don't get it twisted.
So Don C looks out. So good looking Don C, and I would buy him where he would send them. It didn't matter to me. I guess I don't care.
Yeah.
He sent them. I'd be like, I didn't get those. I sent But he always looks out. He made the sneakers, so I'm real proud of him. But even in fashion, a lot of people that are rolling,
they should already know that you put the.
They came up. They came up. I was a lot of their influence.
Yeah.
So you gotta remember back then, niggas wasn't wearing Gazelles when I was wearing Gazelles.
No.
The ski hats, nobody was wearing the ski hat. The pom-pom hat, that was all me. The Russian hat, all me. I remember getting teased for every one of those things when I did them. So when I was wearing the Gazelles, they'd be calling me Urkel, and the same shit with the ski hat, all type of nerd shit, and then with the Russian hat. Just the receipts are there. You could look at the pictures.
Yeah, I seen them.
But like I said, I could see, even, honestly, this pause game, I can't believe that everyone's playing our top secret game from my block, from my crew.
Yeah, you got the world
whole
singing
world, to where kids be thinking,
swear.
That shit bugs me out. Almost all things, not the song, nothing, just even my little jokes, our little jokes are still, resonating now. We must have been so ahead of our time back then, because it still hits hard now. It ain't nothing better or cooler than what we were doing back then to me.
Yeah.
And that could be.
You got the whole world saying it. That believe it. I'm talking about you got so many coaches. I know, especially in the coach, the things that I watch, they be like, yo, pause. And then if they don't say it quick enough, they hit them with that, hey, yo.
So now I can climb.
Now I can climb, yeah.
Niggas know the ayo.
You see, that's what I'm saying.
I be making the rules.
You're innovative when it comes to this shit, man.
Yeah, I'm an innovator at living life.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about me is no matter what's going on, I'm going to be living life to the fullest. And people enjoy that freedom because they don't practice that so much. So people either envy or hate something that they don't have. They hate that I got that freedom, and some people love that I have that freedom.
Because you're a one of one, bro.
Appreciate that.
Like seriously, you're a one of one. I don't think we'll ever see anything that comes behind you that we can even remotely compare to you. You should have hit me. You ain't pause, right? But I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I ain't Ayo, because he was talking about me. I like pause.
yeah. But I don't think there will be another guy in the future that will remotely do the things that you did. You're a one of one. You open so many doors, you open so many eyes. Look at how many people come to you and said that you changed their lives. You know, we even had shout out to Star Chizzy. She said one of her book reports were done on you.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me they reports or dissertations or certain things are done on my ideals. Yeah, you know, again, I honestly don't look at it like I have anything special. I just be thinking that people don't realize how special that they are. You understand? Because I'd be like, yo, you remember ping pong? Yo, I'm not that good, but I'm going to beat you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to beat, I will, unless you're super nice, I'm going to beat you.
And you took him out the game right there with that.
All of them.
The mental thought right there, like, I'm going to beat you. You going in telling them, like, yo, I'm 52, but I'm going to beat you, though.
You want to play? We could do it. And they asking me to play. I'm like, all right. But for me, everything's a competition. So, especially under this umbrella, who could sell the most tickets? Who could sell the most merch? Who could sell the most records? It's friendly comp. We all work together to make ourselves better, and that's what Harlem niggas do. So that's why, if you notice, we be stunting on each other all day.
Mm-hmm. And it's all out of love.
And
too.
Nobody get mad. We laugh. You know,
Yeah.
Like Cam said some funny shit to me the other day, bro. I mean, he really stunted on me and shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like he be activating, and so I gotta activate. You know, I'm not gonna let these young niggas get at me, cause as soon as I seen him, he was like pow pow. He started stunting, and so I'm like, oh word, you know what I'm saying? Like so we go. It's a stunt off every time.
Yeah.
And you know, you gotta it keeps us sharp. It's just the Harlem thing. You don't get mad when a dude's winning. It just makes you want to win. That's all.
Yeah.
And that's what you want your crew to. I want y'all to win. You know, I want them to beat me in ping pong one day. I want them to be that nice, but they got to go practice.
Yeah. Listen,
You know what I mean?
It's a Harlem.
Cam too.
It's the Harlem movement.
Ping pong.
Coming back around. Well, he never went nowhere, but just shit, bringing it back to the light. So now
We'll see what happens. But hopefully I gave insight. You know, again, I know people want to say what they want, but I don't want anybody to really sound stupid.
Yeah, of
I
course.
want y'all to know, remember, public auction, that's what I was fighting for. They were stopping me. They're trying to still stop it, blah, blah, blah. You know, stay tuned. But now Cam and Mace are open to have it. Pause. It could happen.
So
it might have happened, allegedly.
It is what it is with Rockefeller. That's what it's called.
It is what it might be. Whatever they want to do, man, you know, maybe, allegedly.
Man, thank you, man, for sitting down, giving me that version, because I always want to get the real version. They always say, oh,
We
it's
know
three
each other.
sides.
There's no reason for you not to. See, the thing is, I'm not running around telling everybody everything, but the people I talk to, I really talk to. I don't talk to everybody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
that.
But
You
the
do
people that I do talk to, you're going to get an earful. But it ain't for everybody's ears. And the things that I think are beneficial to people that they won't misconstrue and that can help them, I say it publicly in front of cameras. And, you know, again, that work gets distributed, it's knowledge, and it seems to be infectious, and it's working.
That's another one of the things I respect about you. You don't say it behind a bitch back, you say it in their face.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That's what makes you the real.
Got to.
The real one, man.
Got to.
Man, Dame Dash in the building, man. This is American New
Relate
Network.
to great, stay tuned.
Man, this is where you got this interview at.
Got it first.
Share it, man. This is going to be one of the biggest things. He's fucking the game up like he always done. I'm Greg G.
Greg G got it first. Pause.
Man, stay
got
tuned.
Got that work. Back that up. Put that
pause.
out. Pause.
Stay tuned to Relate the Great, but most importantly, man, download American New. Share it. It's trending. You ain't going to get this type of information nowhere else. This is American New Network. This is Greg G. Relate the Great. We're signing out, man, one time for the real ones.
Yeah. So we could send that to space right now, right?